friends, and welcome again to another Echocalypse video!
So we got a new unit dropped into the game, and this new unit is absolutely fantastic and it works with a lot of synergies, but one lineup and one synergy stand out most likely better than everybody else, and we were defeating units or enemies with 2 million power deficit. So they were 2 million stronger than us. We were defeating them with this lineup. Of course, I'm talking about maximum investment and full investment on the units. I will be talking about the best lineup for you in the future to know that. And the devs said that we will be getting a lot of free stuff, that we will be able to max and 7-star 2 entire teams, but it will happen gradually. So don't think about this game, oh, it's too hard to pull dupes. We're gonna get free dupes all the time in this game. So let's be talking about this unit, Gryph. Gryph is a very important high DPS unit. She's an Empire faction, just like Audrey. She works really good with all of her kit. Now, there's many things that I will be explaining. Why should she have this Chimera with these substats, this attack, or this defense, or this one? We'll be talking about everything, and I'll explain why. And you need to focus about this because we done these before, and we tried the test. It was big mistakes that other players did, especially building her on attack is the biggest mistake that you can do. Now, as we see, Gryph is a different character than the character that is on SEA. This is why I said on my different videos, don't go to SEA, fetch for stats and check the units, what she does or her skills. Absolutely different, and the devs said that they will make it different, so there's no point. You can go and look at their arts. I will tell you, yeah, or at the skins, maybe they will bring their skins, which also they said they will bring different skins, but it's also a good thing to go and look at. Or if you want to play SEA, it's a completely different game. You can go and play it and enjoy this one, but you will get confused if you think the units are the same. Absolutely different units. This is why I didn't cover all the units in my videos. Especially, I'm sorry if I let you down when you told me, please cover every single unit in SEA. I will not be doing that because they are different than here. So let's talk about her supportive kits. So she gives every Empire unit a 10% armor, which is good even if she's not deployed. Then gives everybody 10 attack, gives everybody 10 attack even when she's not deployed. So you're gonna be seeing a trend that she's gaining always armor and attack and resistance and crit rate and crit damage, which will be overwhelming, and you'll be like, oh, so we need to build her on that. Absolutely the opposite. If she gains a lot of attack, you don't need to build her on attack. We'll be talking about this also. So we'll be talking about the links first. She gains increased HP by 15%, increased attack by 18%, increased HP by 25%, and increased armor by 18%. Absolutely crazy. So you need to buy Rayon actually for you if you want to unlock her perfectly. If you don't, you will not get these last two attacks, which is the 25% in HP or the 18% in armor, which is the most important one of them is the 25% increase in HP. So Artifice, she gains crit rate, damage bonus, hit rate, crit strength, which means crit damage, crit rate, hit rate, and crit damage. Again, absolutely crazy unit. Her initial rage gets to +1 when you start the battle, so you don't start from 0. Also great. She gains HP. We'll be talking about this when she goes below blah 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 and gets a shield, which is on her passives. Now, this unit specifically, Gryph, will go with 3 units that you cannot remove from the lineup. I'll be talking about them after we finish her skills. So her auto attack or her normal skill is deal magic damage equal to 88% of damage to a single row of enemies. It means frontline, backline to 1 row. And deal additional true damage equal to 10% of each target's max HP. It means the front line and the back line that she hits will take 10% extra more damage to their max HP. That true damage does not exceed 200% of Gryph attack. Now, it goes up to 600%. You're gonna tell me, oh, Pikas, we need to play her on attack, so it does not exceed 600% of her attack, and when we grow her attack, that 30% will be even greater. No, this is an auto attack. It's not her main skill. You don't need to worry about this. Plus, her multiplier will go crazy. I'll be talking about that soon. So her passive. And this is at 0 augmentation. Nobody has anybody on 0 augmentation. Of course, when you augment more, you're gonna get more. So let's talk about 6. When you augment her to 6, her passive becomes, for every 1 HP lost, she gains 1% attack, 1% armor, 1% resistance. It means you don't need to worry about resistance and armor or attack. Every time she drops on HP, every time the same droppage of HP that she loses, she gains in 3 other attributes. If it was one other attribute, it would be great. But how about she gets in 3 other attributes, which is absolutely insane. And that makes her one of the best units in the game by far, is just because of this passive. Now, all allies gain 20% damage reduction for 2 rounds, which is great. She will protect your allies, which means she's defensive and offensive at the same time. When HP drops below 50% for the first time only, the Gryph gains a shield equal to 50% of her max HP. Can trigger once per battle, not per round, per entire battle. It means for the first time she's not gonna get wiped, she's gonna get a 50% max of her max HP. So you need to build her on HP. Now you'll tell me, oh, this is it, because of the shield I need to build her on max HP. Nope. Wait, there's more. Her super, or her special, or her ultimate. Now, I'm not gonna bother and read from here. I will tell you what the change is. At 5 stars it changes, it gets more rounds into the radiance, and on 7 stars, which is the most important thing for her, she deals magic damage almost to 350% of attack to a row of enemies. So 1 row of enemy, just like Kiki, frontline and backline. Gryph gains radiance for 2 rounds. I'll be explaining what's radiance. She deals extra true damage equal to 50% of her lost HP. She deals true damage to her lost HP, 50%, plus 50% of her current shield, which she gains by her passive if she takes a lot of damage. This puts you in your head, where should I place her? In the front line, 100%. Now, up to 100% of her max HP. Again, max HP. 100% of the damage up to her max HP. It means you need to build her on max HP. This skill has an additional 50% crit rate and crit damage. So I don't need crit rate and crit damage on her chimeras for a substat. We don't care about that because she's on 100%. So read, 50% crit rate, 50% crit strength. Let's go to Artifice. She gets 20% crit rate. Then she gains 30% crit rate. With the 50%, that's 100%. Crit damage, 25%, 35%, that's 60%. Or, yeah, 60% crit damage. Plus the 50%, that's 110% crit damage. Of course, the more you get crit damage, the merrier. And crit rate, if they have crit resistance, it will be countered by it. But she will be high on that she will almost every time crit. Now, Radiance, what does Radiance do? Block rate gets to 50%, and I will talk how much important block rate is and who else help her with block rate. When taking active attacks and triggering a block, so whenever the attack is active, it means normal attack or AoE attack, which is super or whatever it is, or the Neolith. The Neolith is an attack as well. She launches 1 normal attack up to 3 times per round. Up to 3 times. That's at 7 stars. On 5 stars, 2 times. At 0 stars to 4 stars, 1 time. She will attack 1 time. So she might attack on the same round, either with her super or her normal attack, or with her 3 attacks. So she could be up to 4 times attacking per round with a high damage if she's taking damage. Perfect unit. Absolutely. What should we build her on? We should build her on this specific set. The HP set. The more HP she gets, so she will get 5% more block. This is golden, if you check the golden ones, it gives you 8% on them, so it will be better. So 8% dodge, 8% block, and 8% HP bonus plus the HP that she's gonna get as a flat HP. Chimeras, what should we put on her as chimeras? It doesn't matter what's the type of the chimera. What does matter is the substat. So you need this. You need her on full HP. Blue ones, yellow ones, purple ones, whatever HP is, you need to stack HP on her. HP on Gryph. The more that you have HP, max HP on her, the more damage, true damage she will deal. And true damage goes through armor, through resistance, through everything, through shields. It goes through anything. True damage will be a 100% hit if you didn't miss. So hit rate is important. So if you have another thing, not attack, you don't need attack. HP, yes. With hit, okay, it goes good with it. If you have also block, it's also good because whenever she blocks, she deals more damage. But we don't care about block. I will show you why. And if she has crit rate here or crit damage, also helpful. But if she has attack, that's a no-no. If she has crit resistance, that's a no-no. You want her to get crit in her face, actually, so she falls low on HP. If it has damage reduction, no, because she gives also damage reduction, and we want her to take damage, actually, because she will never die, because of the teammates that you're gonna use on the lineup. Now, let's talk about who are the best units to use with Gryph on the same lineup and who are her best friends. Now, I'll be talking about them in priority order. So the best and the most important unit that you need to have with her on the same lineup, on the same row, behind her is PanPan. Now, why PanPan? I'll be explaining a lot of things for you to understand and for you to keep in mind. So first of all, PanPan has a good skill for defensive purposes, which is decreasing the hit rate for 1 round for the enemy. If you have her at 4 stars, it goes to 20%, which is 10% at the start, which is absolutely great. Just like Audrey, she hits for 10% and gets silence. This is good. Passively, she will start the battle with full rage. It means she will give the armor at the start of the battle for everybody, which is absolutely crazy. And she will be immune to control effects at the start, which is also great from the start of the battle. And this will allow you for her to not get stunned at the start of the battle, so she can do whatever she want to do and buff Gryph. Her ultimate. So her ultimate and how it helps Gryph. Now, of course, you don't need 0 stars for her to work on with her ultimates. Now, on 7 stars, this will be crazy and great. Now, we'll be talking about this. So, on 0 stars, what she will do is she stands behind Gryph. She'll grant herself and 2 random allies a shield when she grants this, and she will block the next control effect for her and for the allies in the same row. So if there's somebody on the same row with her, she will grant them control immunity. It means she will allow Gryph to not get stunned or silenced or blinded or whatever as control, and she will also hit and trigger when she trigger her block and go and hit. At 7 stars, she will also remove 2 random attribute debuffs from allies in the same row. It means if she gets hit reduction Gryph, or she gets any type of reductions, attack reduction, crit reduction, whatever it is, she will remove 2 of them. How much you can apply debuffs on a 1 unit per round? It's almost like 2 or 3 maximum, and she can remove 2 of them, which is absolutely crazy. She grants all allies burst shield for 2 rounds. Now, if you have burst shield and you have other shields, you will increase your crit rate by 30% while having the burst shield. And this will stay. This burst shield will stay. It will go for 2 rounds. Every 2 rounds, if she applies her ultimate, she will give you burst shield. If you have other shields, you're gonna gain 30% crit rate, which absolutely insane. Will add to Gryph, as we talked before. Now, this is a match made in heaven. PanPan and Gryph is a must-have on same lineup. If we played many lineups, we won without PanPan, of course, and even with deficit. But with PanPan, we lost less because our Gryph never got stunned, never got blinded, never got frozen, never got whatever control that they have on her. She never had it because PanPan was on the lineup. This is how much PanPan is important. Now, of course, if you want to play the same shenanigan on the lineup and play more defensive, you can play heals with Dina, and Dina will remove some debuffs. But I highly recommend playing 0 healers on your lineup, 0 Neolith with heals on your lineup. Absolutely no healer on lineup except Audrey. Now, why Audrey? Audrey is not a main healer on your lineup. She's a support rage recovery that can heal, and her heals are amazing for the backline. And who you're gonna play on the backline? It's all the supportive units in the backline, and you're gonna play all your attacking units on the front line. So you want to heal your backline. That's the most important thing. Now, her only skill that here helps is the silent for 1 round, but we want her for her passive. And she will trigger her passive. Even if you're at 0% or at 0 stars with her, she increases all allies attack by 15% when she falls under 40% for 2 rounds. This 15%, if we max her out to augment 6, actually, she will go to 20% of attack for 2 rounds. So this is not related to stars, it's augmentation, and everybody will have 6. Right now, I'm hitting rank 60, level 60. I think I'm 59. So yeah, it's almost, if I'm free to play and can do it, everybody could do it. So She drops below 50%, increases all allies attacks 20% for 2 rounds. So for 2 rounds, if Gryph get hit in the face, she can attack up to 4 times with 20% more attack, which is also insane and good. Plus, she's gonna give rage to the back line, and if you have her at 7 stars, she will almost full recover or get them back to 50% HP of their HP lost, or the threshold, if you can say that, and she will give them regen that you will keep healing the backline. This is very needed. She is a must-have on this lineup. I'll be talking why. Another unit that you need mostly on this lineup is Levia, of course. Levia on every lineup, she's meta. Now, why Levia? Only because of her. Screw the rage recovery. I'm not talking about rage recovery, which is perfect, absolutely. I don't know why everybody are hating on Levia because I put her on the god tier. She's a god tier unit. End of story. You can't discuss it with anybody. She has no cap. She can stack infinitely on her damage. So she gives radiance to herself and somebody else. You want Gryph not with her on the same row or on the same column as much as possible. Don't put her not on the same column, not on the same row. But it's only on the same row, of course, that she doesn't get the effect. So you don't play her on the same row, Gryph, and she will get this. Deals 20% more damage. More damage, not more according to attack or anything, just flat damage. So it means the damage that she comes from her true damage will be more, plus not exceeding whatever threshold they put on Gryph, which is absolutely crazy, and this will help all the teammates and all the lineup. Now, other than that, for Levia, who else is so important on the lineup? Vivi. Why is Vivi so important? Vivi is, after PanPan, the second most important unit on that lineup. First of all, her passive will give shields to everybody. If you max it out, this skill damage, if you max to augment 6, the block rate for allies carrying a shield is increased by 25%. Who capitalizes on block? It's Gryph. Gryph, wherever she blocks, she auto-attacks again and she deals more insane damage. This is so important to have, and augmentation 6 is super important on Vivi, so for your lineup. Plus she gives shields to everybody, plus she does damage reduction for the people that carrying the shield, and she protects your lineup. Absolutely crazy. She deals damage. With Levia, her damage becomes more and more, Vivi actually, and this will help you a lot. So it's a DPS shielder unit which doesn't heal but buffs your Gryph, buffs her block rate and gives her shields, and will enable Panda's shields, or PanPan, we call her PanPan shield, to give burst shield to Gryph, even and all the lineup that you have, so everybody will have 30% crit rate. Plus, Audrey's heals can crit. Heals can crit. If you don't understand anything about heal, if you can click on the, let me show you where it says the description. If you want to read any kind of description for anything in this, you can click the attributes, it will show you here, and you can click here, and we can go to crit. Determines whether cases attack or heal can be critical hit. So the more crit you have, they can crit. The more crit damage, the heal will be healing even more. So heals can crit as well. Keep that in mind. So crit is beneficial for anybody on the lineup. Last unit we're gonna put is Aiken. No introduction. I will not speak too much about Aiken. Why Aiken is so important on the lineup? Because she's absolutely a monster of a DPS. Will help you with Gryph. If Gryph is disabled or something happened with Gryph, Aiken is there. If something happened with Aiken, of course Gryph will continue. Now, the most important thing also about this lineup, which I wanna also talk, and about Gryph. So Gryph is an atheist, of course. Everybody knows that. Oh, you didn't know that? Okay, let me talk about it. So here's Gryph. This is Gryph. If we unlock her, and if you give her hearts, so much hearts, everybody, you give them hearts, and they reach 120 hearts or 90 hearts, she will gain atheism. And atheism, the first time HP falls below 50%, she will not only gain shield, she will increase her attack by 50% for the whole battle. This is what I said. She doesn't need attack buffs or attack modifiers. She's a beast of a monster, an OP unit as a carry. She's a must-have, just like Levia, who is on the broken tier list, Gryph and her. Also, one thing I need to tell you about, if you're playing Levia and Audrey, you can play Vivi. Vivi is here also. What Vivi does with Wind Faith, she has 80% chance to increase the rage of 2 random allies, not on column or row. 2 random allies by 2% if you get the gifts level up to 120, I think. Yeah, 120. So you give Beam, you give Senko, Baphomet, and Vivi the whole gifts until 120. You will be a full team full of energy, full of buffs, full of shields, full of damage and true damage with this lineup. This will be the meta lineup. This is the meta lineup. And I want to show you just how they stand in one lineup. So if you want to play Gryph, let's say this is Aiken, this is Gryph, Audrey, this is Vivi, and here we play PanPan. I think I have PanPan. Excuse me for this, but I will ask the devs to give me an account full of everybody so I can show you specific lineups, how they go and how you can use them. So if this is a Gryph, PanPan is always here. You need Levia here. Never play Levia behind Aiken. She will never buff Aiken. Audrey is always staple here. This is the best way for her because she will buff the backline, all of them. Vivi will give shields and she will buff block rate for Gryph. PanPan will give the shields and never get control immunity on Gryph. And Levia will start buffing everybody except Audrey with the Radiance and herself as well. And everybody will start healing in the backline because of the regen. And your lineup will be set and safe and clear. And this is how you need to go about it.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.